All right, guys, we're back. This is Drake.
And Bone.
Two hoodies, three cats. So we did a kind of long format conversation about a song that Dio did when he was with Rainbow called Stargazer. And it went like 40 some minutes long. And we were talking about a bunch of different bands at the time. We drew correlations to Queen in that, and we talked about a bunch of different bands in that 70s kind of time frame. And I have a band that I really, really like back in the day growing up in that time frame, and that was Styx. And I'm a big Dennis DeYoung fan. I'm going to not comment anymore about that topic at this point. At some point when we actually get in podcast mode and we're talking about different bands and things, I'll elaborate on some more about the present situation with that particular band. But in the meantime, have you heard the song Sweet Madam Blue?
I don't know. I'm sure I've heard. What album is it on?
Equinox.
But I've heard it at least one time.
All right, so if you're not 100% sure, then aren't 100% sure what the song is about.
No, I owned all the Styx albums. I listened to them all at once. I mean, I listened to them all once, so I've heard them. But and I didn't know all the names. I didn't know Sail Away. I know, obviously.
So Come Sail Away was the song off of The Grand Illusion, which I think was around 1977.
Right. There's a lot of their super hits that I know the names of and know them well.
So I
don't know if I know this one well.
Okay, so Sweet Madam Blue, this came out. This is the album before Tommy joined the band. I think his name was John Kurlewski, who was still the other guitarist in Styx at the time. Full disclosure, and not only am I a Ronnie James Dio fan, but I am a huge Styx fan growing up. They were like one of my, especially as a little kid, I had a bunch of their albums, knew all about them, tracked members of the band. So after this tour, or maybe during the tour for this album, the Equinox album, John Kurlewski leaves the band. Tommy Shaw comes in, finishes the tour. They do the album Crystal Ball. Tommy sings Crystal Ball, and boom, they're off running after that. But they were still a pretty great band even before Tommy joined. I mean, they had done Lady, they did this, they did Midnight Ride, they did Lorelei. It's a bunch of old school songs that they had done. I don't know if you've heard of any of those songs.
Yeah.
Lady for sure.
No, I mean, look, the first 3 cassettes that I ever bought, when I had my own money, I was probably 10 years old.
Yep.
Was Thriller, Pieces of 8, and Paradise Theater.
Well, Pieces of 8 is definitely with Tommy, but Paradise Theater, Pieces of 8, and Thriller.
My brother was a huge Styx fan, so I love Styx.
All right, so this song is a kind of, you have to be deep into Styx to really like this song, but considering the current atmosphere in the country today, this is a pretty interesting track to be listening to today.
Having said that, I wonder if a Little Boy Blue's a big girl now.
We'll just let you go and figure it out.
Okay.
You're gonna know before the song is over what it's about.
Okay.
But this is a twofer, guys. So we're gonna do this. Then when it's over, we're gonna do a song called "Proof of Heaven" by Jim Peterik and Dennis DeYoung. I can't remember the name of the band. It's Jim Peterik used to sing for Survivor.
Okay.
And
was he one of the OG members?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a guitarist, singer. He was the guy, and him and Dennis teamed up with Dennis's guitarist Zadra. I can't remember the guy's name, but he looks a little bit like Tommy Shaw. He plays a double two-neck guitar. He's really great. They have a song called "Proof of Heaven." We're going to do that after this song.
Okay.
To give you an idea of where Dennis was, this was 1996. And this is the last time the band was together, really.
Okay.
They did a reunion after it, and then they ejected, shortly after this, they ejected Dennis from the band.
Okay.
And Dennis is kind of a solo guy now. But anyway, let's get into this. I tested to make sure this is a decent recording. It seems like it's high quality, and it's not a heavy rocking. There's some heavy rocking guitar parts, but you're not going to need help on the lyrics.
Okay.
I mean, it's Dennis singing the whole thing. Whenever you want me to stop it, just let me know.
From your lips, and the world turned around.
Stop it for a second.
But somehow you changed.
His voice is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's live.
Yes, that's right.
It's like, I've done live performances.
So
That's not easy to do.
So
it's that's genetics right there.
So this is
and
1996.
skill.
In 2014, he did a show in LA. There's a live concert. I watched it. White hair. The man's 70, and he is on stage and the whole thing. And he is like, you can't even tell that his voice is not at all changed.
Yeah, Steven Tyler had that gift too until he heard his voice recently.
Insane. Like he is like the other guys in that band that are doing their own thing. They can't hold. They have trouble.
Not many people that can do that.
And he is. I mean, awesome.
Combination of clean living, genetics, and skill.
Easily one of the most impressive vocalists back in the day. Anyway, let's keep going.
And the world turned around. But somehow you changed. You're so far away. I long for the past and dream of a day.
Hold on a second. Was that on the album like that?
Yeah, he drags that out.
Because
long
man,
times.
that's bold.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in 15 years,
Yeah,
or 30, or 40.
He drags that out on the
Wow.
album too. It's crazy. Did you have anything else to add right now?
I just wanted to say that takes guts to do something like that. He doesn't know when he's freaking 22 and he's not doing that on an album. He's going to be able to do it.
Gonna be
when
able to
he's
keep
40.
doing it, no doubt, right? Well, Equinox, they did Styx 1 and 2. They did, was it Styx Rising or Serpent? That's 4. That's like their 5th album. Equinox was their first album on A&M. They had 4 or 5 albums on Wooden Nickel before.
Oh, really?
So that was their 5th album, and this is from 1996.
That album didn't come out in 96.
No, that album came out like
I know
74.
that. In what?
74, 73. Because their first few albums came out in the late 60s. Like
Really?
Styx 1 and 2 are like 67, 68.
See, I don't know that I've heard those.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, because it's the Styx 1 and 2 is a white album, and it's the Styx is all in color. It has Styx 1 on it.
Yeah.
But they're old school.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
so
the second
they-
one has the number on it also.
Yeah, 1
Okay,
and
yeah,
2
I've
both
heard-
have numbers on them, but
Yeah.
they were from like late 60s.
Yeah, in the 90s, I bought all their albums on vinyl.
But
just because I wanted to hear them.
and this performance is 1996.
What was the song that drew you to them?
Well, too much time on my hands.
Renegade.
Well, it's Paradise Theater.
But I heard that song Renegade, and
Yeah.
from when I was a
I mean-
very young child, I heard that song, and then my life went nuts. For
I was,
years. That could not forget that song, and I went around asking everyone until I could figure out what that song was, and then bought
10
the
or
album.
11 years old, and I'm like, yeah. And a couple friends of mine in school were big Styx fans, so the album, I'd say that the album that got me into them was Paradise Theater, and the album I like the most is
Paradise Theater was the album I bought, not Grand Illusion. I bought that one.
it's Grand Illusion is the album.
Yeah, I'd say those
Grand
three.
Illusion is probably the album I like the most.
Pieces of A, Grand Illusion, and Paradise Theater are excellent albums.
Those albums are great. All right, here we go. You should hear Heaven's Door in a minute.
Was that the original bass player and drummer?
The drummer, no. The bass player, yes. The drummer had died by this point, I think. The drummer and the bass player were brothers, John and Chuck Panazzo, and Dennis. The three-
Italians, eh? A bunch of Italians.
Dennis DeYoung, John and Chuck Panazzo. They started the band in John and Chuck's basement, the three of them, in Chicago. And I guess John and James Young, joined later. And they formed the band. They were a different name at first before they became Styx. But pretty awesome band. And that
was
song,
a pretty great song.
So that song was about the rise and impending fall of America.
Yeah.
This kind of makes me want to do one thing real quick before we do the other one. I didn't lie to the people. Dennis.
It's going to be a threefer?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a threefer. Young Lady Live. There we go. And I'm doing this because we're talking about just to get the whole... Yeah. Just so you
Everything
can...
full circle?
Yeah, you can actually... This he did in 2014, and the other track, the Proof of Heaven song, was later. It's like close to like 2019, like during the pandemic. So there's gaps. But this is him doing Lady in 2014, and at this point, he's lost a lawsuit with James and Tommy. John and Chuck are both dead now, and
The bass player and the drummer.
And they sued him and won. So they own Styx. He can play all the music. He just can't call himself Styx. So it's Dennis DeYoung and the music of Styx.
I don't know how you start a band with three people and you're the only one left, but you don't get to own the name of the band. I don't get that.
Crazy.
I don't get that. The same thing with Roger Waters and David Gilmour. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I mean, I can understand maintaining. If you maintained it,
Yeah.
it's a you abandoned it. That's different.
Everybody I said I wasn't going to into this, but everybody in the industry has, because he wants to do, Dennis wants to do one last,
with
even
the original, right,
just with the three of them.
the surviving members.
Yeah. Just one show, not a tour, just one show. They won't do it.
And I'll tell you what, Bad Blood,
And I'm going to tell you,
something runs
if
deep.
you listen to what
deep to the
they've,
marrow, my
if you
friend.
listen to what they've done since all this took place, compared to where he is at, I don't think he needs them.
No, but man, shoot, there's a certain feeling you get. Obviously, they have some chemistry at a certain time.
Yeah, I would like to see it one more time.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would.
So
But
this is
sometimes, like I said, Bad Blood between musicians run deep into the marrow. It sucks, but it's true.
so this is in some little club in LA in 2014, and it's funny because the drummer, I don't know who the drummer is. His wife is a backup singer in this, and then the two guitarists are guys that look strangely like James James Young and Tommy Shaw, and the main guy that looks like Tommy. This guy is amazing. But here we go, and this is Lady. So let's give you a vocal progression from 1996, where they're already like, he's probably in his 50s by then, and now he's in his 70s. Let's go.
So were they considered progressive at the time as far as the style of
Oh,
music?
prog rock like that?
Yeah.
I think they were just considered rock and roll.
Man, they got a lot of intricate changes and stuff.
A lot of it was more rock and roll and guitar, and he added the keyboard element later. Why he was doing keyboards in the beginning too with Lady? I don't know. That's a great question. If you know the answer to that, if these guys were, I don't think they were.
Bands like Yes. I don't think Queen was.
I don't think
well,
these
they
guys
consider Pink Floyd prog.
I don't think these guys were considered prog rock. I really
I don't
don't.
know.
Anyway, let's go. You ready?
Yeah.
You've heard Lady before, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Come on.
All right. So this is gonna blow your mind.
Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling. Give me all your love.
It's a whole concert. I watched this whole thing. My jaw was on the floor.
Damn.
The entire time.
This was like the music of the 70s for me, like, roller skating rinks, pop rocks, and
I mean, and it sounds like nothing changed.
tube socks.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just unbelievable. Like, first time I heard this, I was like, "You're got to be kidding me," because the audience has got to be old people and their kids that are like, "Are you kidding?" And he still sounds this way.
Shit, that would be us now.
Yeah.
Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling. Give me all your love. Your hands build me up when I'm sinking. Just touch me and my troubles over. Lady, from the moment I saw you standing all alone, you gave all the love that I needed. So shy, like a child who had grown. You're my lady of the morning. Love shines in your eyes, sparkling, clear and lovely. You're my lady, turns me on when I'm lonely. She shows me what her charms. Realness when she lays down beside me. She takes me gently into her arms. She is my lady of the morning. Love shines in your eyes, sparkling, clear and lovely. You're my lady, of the morning. Love shines in your eyes, sparkling, clear and lovely. You're my lady.
That's pretty impressive.
That's insane to me. I
The
mean,
one guy's got an EVH guitar.
this one.
Nope, that's the.
Oh, the other guy.
That's an anniversary Les Paul. There's a head badge. It looks like it's
Yeah.
some anniversary.
Yeah. So let's get rid of
But
that.
the bass player is interesting too.
So this is from 5 years ago. This is 2019. And this is the one where it's Jim Peterik and World Stage, Proof of Heaven, featuring Dennis DeYoung and that one guitarist that you said is using.
So
the
this is
EVH.
one of the guitar players' own song. One of the guitar players' own songs from the last video we just watched.
No.
Who's Jim Peterik?
Jim Peterik is the lead singer and guitarist from Survivor.
Okay.
This is his new band, Jim
Sorry.
Peterik and World
So
Stage.
I think I'll lose a point for that.
Yeah, so it's 3-1 now. But
Am I having pareidolia or is there a cat face right here? There's an eye, and then a.
there might be a cat face in the universe there. Maybe a cat is actually controlling everything.
Oh shit, we're all.
Okay, I'm going to tell you that subject matter, the first song was about America. This last song obviously was Lady. It was just there for so you could see where he's at vocally. And then that was 2014, so that was 10 years ago. This is 5 years ago.
Okay.
All right? And this
Gotcha.
is him and the lead singer of Survivor, Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then the guitarist that you were talking about with EVH is also with him. So it's the two of them from his band, and World Stage is Jim Petrik's current band.
Okay.
All right? You ready?
Sounds great.
But the subject matter I think you're going to really like.
All right.
Did I do this? I don't know if I did. Let's do this. Oh, no, I didn't. All right. I'm trying to be on it.
Let's do it. We're all getting better.
He's got to be closing in on 80.
You know, whisper in my ear the secrets of the universe. We're dying all to hear. I promise not to tell. Well, maybe just my wife. Please explain the mystery they call the afterlife. 'Cause I believe I tell myself every day. When I look around, I see a world in disarray. But I keep on hoping, I keep on hoping. We search for proof of heaven, we seek the sacred light. We kneel with saints and sinners, hoping for a black and white. We look for guardian angels, we pray for saving grace. We search for proof of heaven in every stranger's face. And tell me
I'll tell you what, that's interesting that they would come out with this at that time.
During the
It
right,
doesn't seem like anybody would make a song like this. No. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I just love how much fun the Eye of the Tiger guy's having. He's riding that thing.
and he,
He's riding. He's got the tiger stripes on his guitar. He's got his little strap. He's like, I'm smiling that one song. That's the other guitar player.
this
I don't
guy
remember his
is
name off the top of my head from Survivor. Is
Yeah.
like a really well known session player.
yeah, I don't know his name.
He is.
But
He's
this is
phenomenal.
the guy from Dennis's
Yeah.
band. All right. Yeah. So what do you think so far?
It's pretty cool. It's a very positive, uplifting song.
Yeah.
Seems scriptural.
Yeah.
and tell me one more thing. Why all this mystery? Are there any more like us out in distant galaxies? 'Cause everyone I know, from here to who knows where, wants to know the reasons why oh life can be unfair. But I believe I tell myself every day when I look.
Is he wearing a purple shirt?
The light is purple. That's all. Yeah, probably.
I think it is.
You know what's amazing? His voice is so great. Styx could have been still doing great music this whole time. It's like, I'm telling you, it's like
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what you got to do. Just do it all in separate rooms or something. Tour on different stages. Like I'll be on this stage. You'll be. We
Well,
don't have to look at
he
each other.
put a new album out like right after this. He put an album out called something 1966, Sadie 1966, which was a play on the end of that album, Paradise Theater.
Oh really?
And all the stuff in there, and then he did a second album follow up to it, and they're part one and part
Was
two.
that the album that had like the hidden message that was real glossy on the cover? I don't know if it was a message or was it
on the
image or
back
something.
cover or something?
'Cause I know like Motley Crue on Shout at the Devil. They
I
had
think
that-
it was the back
pentagram.
cover of that album had something crazy on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that it's got one of those songs I really like called Half Penny, Two Penny on it. Another song about America. Anyway, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you though?
I am.
I tell myself every day. When I look around, I see your world that's gone astray. Still, I keep on hoping, living, coping. We search for proof of heaven. We seek the sacred light. We kneel with saints and sinners, hoping for the black and white. We look for guardian angels. We pray for saving grace. Can you see the signs of heaven right before your very eyes? Can you feel the hope inside us shining, shining? Can't you hear the sound of music through the streets of paradise? Can't you hear the bells of freedom chiming, chiming? We search for proof of heaven in each and every face. We look for signs of mercy and pray for saving grace. I swear by all that's holy, if we're to rise again, we'll find that our salvation is always found within. We search for proof of heaven in each and every face. We look for signs of mercy and pray for saving grace. I swear by all that's holy, if we're to rise again, we'll find that our salvation is always found within. We'll rise
Steve Lukather is the guy I'm trying to think of.
Steve Lukather.
But see what you know, the only thing that's missing from this song
What?
is the memory that it was written 40 years ago. Because it sounds to me like it could have been a Styx or a Survivor song from back then.
It sounds like Styx.
But it also
100%.
has a little bit of Survivor. You know what? I'm going to say something that you're probably going to think is bizarre. But his voice, he hit certain spots in this song that reminds me of Bob Marley. And I think he would have an incredible reggae voice.
Oh, Dennis? I think Dennis could do just about any kind of vocal he wanted
I'd
to.
love to hear him doing some reggae.
I mean, he's got to be 80 now.
Have you heard a lot of reggae? I know you had we have someone in your life who was a big reggae person. But
Well, I mean,
have you actually sat down like you listened to it?
Peter Tosh, Ika Mouse, Bob. I was with somebody for a while that every member of the Marley family I got to listen to more than I ever thought I would ever listen to.
Yeah,
That was not named Bob.
All
But anyway,
right, well,
this is
I'm gonna try to
gone.
find some songs you haven't heard.
Let's do it.
We'll do it for your brother.
Now this one's run long.
Like,
So
have you ever heard Gregory Isaacs?
Gregory Isaac?
Yeah, I believe if it's it's been a long time since I've listened to a lot of this stuff, but I believe he's just got a really sweet voice. But I believe he died in a fire with his mother. And they were found in each other's arms. And the guy's voice backs up that tragic way of going.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Anyway,
I could be wrong though.
this has been a threefer. This will be a first threefer. So,
A little bit of a podcast.
yes, it's
Podcast
Styx, Sweet Madam Boo, Sweet Madam Blue. Then Dennis DeYoung featuring the music of Styx from 2014 doing Lady. And then Jim Peterik and New World Stage with Dennis DeYoung and his guitarist doing this song they did together called Proof of Heaven.
All right, and write in the comments if you know the lyric "Little Boy Blue is a big girl now." If you know where that came from, don't look it up, and let me know if you know, because I don't think
I don't
Drake
know.
knows.
I don't know. Anyway, we're
I'll tell
getting
you
out.
when we shut up.
You got anything?
Bone and Drake.
Out. Two
Be
hoodie.
safe.
3 cat. Bell. Yeah, this might be podcast episode part 2.
Is that the French pronunciation? De.
D.
De.
D.